initiatives across the public and private sectors that can help women, specifically in the Caucasus, enter and actually remain in the workforce?
Thank you very much. No, yeah. Thank you very much, dear panelists. It's an honor for me to be here with you. Yes, the main barriers are what the research says, but actually we have to go back and to see what are the reasons, because these are the consequences. And the reason is much more deeper than we can even imagine. And these are the main societal norms and stereotypes that shape our opinion, that shape our society in a way that pursue girls not to be, or not to take that courageous and actually not to be in first places in that way. But I want to just one remark, because we have also Armenian society and audience live, and I want, because we have lots of discussions on that, whether we need this equality or not, whether is it something that we really need, or is it just a right or not? Of course, for me, as a person who previously, or during my whole career, I was promoting, I was prioritizing human rights issues, especially gender equality, as a journalist previously, as a member of parliament, now as a civil society representative. But beyond the rights, which is fundamental right, beyond it, this is the supreme importance and interest of state and the society. Because for Armenia, which is very small, which has very, very limited human resources, losing, ignoring talent, potential of half of the, even more than the half of the population is unacceptable luxury. Approximately, we're losing in our budget, annual budget, we're losing $1 billion annually, not enrolling women in employment, not only the tech, but in general, which is huge for Armenia's 4 billion tiny budget. We cannot lose that 1 billion. So from this perspective, discussing these issues, we have to, again, we have to go back, understand what are the reasons. The reasons are the societal norms that really place women a specific role, that they should be married, that they should have this burden of responsibilities in domestic, in home, at housekeeping, childcare, etc., etc. First thing that policymakers should do, and this was also one of my main proposals when I was an MP, reform the education, because the main societal, these norms and stereotypes are actually our general educational system is actually pressuring or deepening the societal norms and deepening. Just one example, very recently, our organization is working in rural community schools, and we were doing different trainings for girls, for all the classes, media literacy, civic education, gender equality, etc., etc. And during the debate, I asked one girl, what is your dream? What do you want to become? And very proudly she said, I want to be an astrophysicist. And almost immediately, a female teacher responded, oh no, choose one more suitable profession for a girl, more suitable and normal profession. Who decides? Who defines this normal? So here we have to work, change the do the reform in education system, and this has to be multi-layered reforms, not just introduce curricula in a schools, different integrated curricula. It has not to be one subject or not, but it has to be integrated. But also to have a special monitoring mechanism to change the approach of teachers, because teachers are the main opinion makers, especially in small communities, and that's why actually my organization is focused to work with them, because they are deepening the societal norms, and this is the problem. But of course, this will take time, because doing educational reforms is not easy, and changing stereotypes and cultural norms is not easy. It is long-term way that we have to start now, or we have started already. But still, there are lots of policies that can be done very shortly, in a short term. For example, we have also childcare problems. I will talk about during next round. But also STEM scholarships for girls, for STEM directions. Although we are in a good situation now, because as Forbes says, 50–60% of students in IT faculties of universities are actually women. But it not necessarily mean that they are ending up in a sector. So after education, they have this pressure of society, they are getting married, children and childcare, so that's so on. So first of all, first pillar is education reforms, because until we change...
Give me, sorry, I'm just going to interrupt for the interest of time. Give me your top two. So one is education reform? Education
reform and childcare infrastructures. I will talk about this because here we have awful situation.
Okay, so we've touched